My Nihongo journey started last September 2020 with my teacher, Emery Sensei. Emery Sensei is a dedicated teacher because she is dedicated to her work and educating her students. Every session, she checks our attendance
Ohayou gozaimasu.
and requires us to participate using Nihongo language.
Sukette.
On my first semester, I learned to introduce myself in Japanese.
はじめまして、私の名前はマキドラ・アロゼロケンです。2個目もわけです。Barbuanから来ました。19歳です。STI の学生です。趣味は音楽を聴くことです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
And Sensei let us to make our own weblog to compile all of our activities and learning in our journey for first semester. This is the first time that I made some weblog about myself, and I'm proud that it is kinda cute though. Also, Sensei explained us the reasons why we need to study Nihongo, and she let us think our own insights why we need it, and how it will be a great help for our industry. I learned that learning Japanese creates a variety of benefits for Filipino students. Sensei wants to know what we like in Japan, and she let us compile 10 places that we like in Japan for us to remember to travel there when we are become a successful someday, and those are Mount Fuji, Shinto Shrine, Kiyomizu-dera, Sensuji, Arashiyama, Osaka Castle, Meiji Jingu, Universal Studios Japan, Imperial Palace, and Lake Kawaguchi. The first Japanese word I have written was my name, and it was amazing to see the outcome. At first, I was so confused because some of the letters of my name were changed my name in katakana characters. When I do the storyboard, I feel like I have a conversation in Japanese, even though it's just a storyboard. Greetings and expressions are an important tool to reach out for Japanese. I learned different greetings and expressions in Japanese, like nodding politely at coworkers and saying means thank you very much. Every session, it's too hard for me to pick up the words that I'm not familiar about, especially this Nihongo language. But Sensei put a lot of effort just to teach us how to construct a grammar correctly and to be familiarized some Japanese words. Little by little, I learned some of the basics until I learned how to construct a sentence about myself. The first roleplay we had done was ordering inside the restaurant, where we applied what we have learned by Sensei. As a hospitality management student, I'm glad that the video we had made are connected in food services, which it can help us to practice our skills to serve people their food by imagining we have our own restaurant. So I really enjoyed it, even though I had difficulties by pronouncing some of the Japanese words. As a salesman and cashier in a roleplay presentation, I learned the prices that I have to say in Japanese. And also, we learned something that is useful when we have to buy some things or souvenirs when we go to Japan someday. This was our final presentation on first semester. This was the application of all that we had learned by Sensei by doing our own speech about ourselves in Japanese. I'm glad that I have a progress at that time because it lessened the wrong pronunciation that I had said, and I'm amazed of myself because I able to do this whole essay in Japanese with the help of our Sensei. The start of second semester was quite interesting. This was taken in second semester where I've made some new friends that I can count on by accomplishing our Nihongo journey. We learned in this presentation how to properly answer to a phone call in Japanese, and we applied some of the etiquettes and behavior of the Japanese people for us to properly show how it will be done correctly. Shadowing activity was quite easy, because it's just a practice how we pronounce some of the Japanese sentence with expressions and feelings. It was a nice experience, and when I've done this, I felt so amazing to myself. I realized that you can have many opportunities if you have the eager to learn about this Nihongo language, especially in the future of our industry, and if you know how to use it fluently. Thanks to my partner though, you really did a great job. Technical terms for HM students was a great help for us to familiarize the equipments and tools in the kitchen with Japanese. Also, I learned in this activity how to say some of the sentences and terms in our industry properly. That would be a help for us in the future. When I have to travel on my own in the future in Japan, I would not hesitate to ask some questions because I know I will understand what they're saying by learning some of the directions in terms of places that senseis taught to us in Japanese. This activity will help me not to get lost when I'm asking for some direction of my destination. Sensei taught us what the parts of the body is called in Japanese, and she let us draw our own human. But mine, it looks like a titan. For us to see properly what part of this body called. Not just that, but she also taught us some illnesses that would help us if we travel someday and we get sick in Japan. So we were able to tell to the doctor what illnesses I have or part of my body is hurting. One of the last activities before the semester ends. Sensei taught us how to write Japanese characters properly in hiragana and katakana. And this is my favorite part of my whole journey because we were able to write some words in these characters if we want to. And I will carry this lesson alongside of my future career because it will be a help for me in so many ways, especially when I visited in Japan. When all of the billboards and signages of the streets, even the establishment and restaurant, I will be able to read it by the help of our very own sensei. That's why I'm so glad that we had the chance to write and learn these stuffs. And I'm so proud of myself that I'll be able to answer of my activities on my own, including grammar lessons. I'll just keep these papers for myself to still remember what I have accomplished in this journey, and I know that someday I will be needing it in my career. I don't want to waste the knowledge that Sensei gave to us. I will make sure that both of our hard work will pay off someday. The last activity we had done was Sensei let us enjoy her subject by singing our favorite Japanese song. She may sound like it was a farewell though, but all of the hardships and struggles we had experienced by this whole year of online class, singing a song is one of our stress reliever to release all of our stress that we are experiencing right now. And it is a good choice of Sensei by giving this activity at the end of the semester. But sadly, this song will remind me that every journey must come to an end. Konnichiwa, Sensei! I just want to thank you for all of the sacrifices you gave to your students to teach us, even we are in online class. I know that there's a little regret in all of us because we miss so much many memories, and supposedly, we will be much more happier if we just meet in face-to-face class. I'm just sad knowing that we are already in this journey without seeing each other's faces. We don't even have a chance to know each other more because we're in the middle of pandemic, so there's nothing we could do. We really appreciate you, Sensei. We know that you've done your best to adjust in this kind of platform where you are teaching online. I know that it can be hard on the part of teachers too, especially for the dedicated ones like you. We really appreciate you for all of the efforts you had given to us just to make sure that we learn something in your subject. Everyone has gave their own very best just to learn and survive, and I'm thankful for that because it doesn't hinder us to accomplish this journey. I wish you a good luck, Sensei, for your new journey as you accompanied us to move forward in our own paths. I'm still thankful for the memories that we had. It just saddens me that we cannot repeat this journey again. But we have to accept that part of the journey is the end. And the good part is, every end becomes a new beginning.